Ricardo. I'm the drummer of the band.
My name is Manny and I'm the singer.
I'm Nathan, I play the guitar.
Roman, bass player.
Rodney, percussion.
Yes, and we're Inity.
So how did the band come together?
Okay.
Well, like around 4 years ago, somebody needed a band to play gigs at a place called Park Central, and we all knew each other by then. Everybody was playing in a different band, so we would be going to each one shows, and they play different styles. I was just a guitar player and singer, and we met to go and play those gigs for $400 twice a month. It was right.
The best gigs we've ever had were those.
Yeah.
4 years ago. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
But basically, we were all musicians playing different bands, and we all knew him. He didn't have a band, and he wrote some songs, and you know, we liked him. We always liked him, but we were always too busy. But since we got the gig, it was a paid gig. We put effort on it, and we kind of like made it work.
Because he was like, well, we need a reggae band. So he was like, well, we know a reggae singer. We know a reggae singer. We know we can get a drummer, and we know we can. You know, I used to play the guitar, but I was like, I play the bass, you play the guitar, and we can just do it. And go play.
That's why we play reggae-ish music.
Yeah.
we don't really.
It's a bunch of rock musicians playing reggae.
Well, hello, my name is Manny from Inity. I'm here with my friend Coquito in front of the biggest place you can ever dream of in Orlando to play. This is the Mecca for all musicians to get. We're gonna show you around our city, Orlando. So we're making it the first stop here, just to show you the biggest place in town. This is our dream. So what do you think?
Hopefully the next show will be here.
Firestone, one of our first places that opened the doors for us to play. We opened there for a band, one of my favorite bands, Gondwana. They're from Chile, and they're very, very good band. And we opened there about a year and something ago, and that's one of the places, one of our stops today to show you around town.
So how did you guys decide on the name of Inity?
Well, the word Inity comes from the patois in Jamaica, and they have an understanding for the word I, meaning you, I, us, we, as a general word, so we include everybody. So the word Inity comes from the word unity, but instead of using the you, we use the I, so that we get include, and we include everything within the same word. That's basically where the word came from.
So it's more unity than unity.
Yeah.
I and I loving reggae music. In this world you cannot be a pussy. Or like a lion always forward pushing. I and I spread love, I and I spread goodwill.
Well, yeah, now we're here on Firestone, live. Back some time ago, the manager of it was our friend Antonio Pina, and we got to play here the first time. Really, it wasn't on the main stage. We got to play on a VIP room, and we got put on the side for this private party. Eventually, we kept playing here, and I still have one of those flyers representing South American reggae. And we play here with Gondwana from Chile, and with our friends from Bachaco. They play in Miami, and this was long time ago, but it was Saturday, June 2, and we had a hell of a night here. You remember that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy how we went from playing on basically almost outside of the venue to like, they didn't want us to put it on the stage or anything for that night. It was like an after party.
Yeah.
and then from there to actually going on the stage with a lot of people, stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, a
Good
lot
times,
of people
good
showed
times.
up. Like the good thing is that it doesn't matter where Inity has been playing. We've been playing like in odd spots. It's been a really good experience for us. Also because like Gondwana is one of our favorite band, and it's been a lot of input from this band from South America, and it is like an honor for us to represent South America and the United States in a place like Firestone, which is on downtown our city in Orlando, and it's been a hell of a time. We really had a good time that time.
So yeah, we're here on the Beacham, aka Jamón Playero. We play here like actually a couple of times. We opened for Cultura Profética from Puerto Rico, one of like the most influential bands of Puerto Rico as far as reggae goes. It was pretty cool. Actually, that was the first time we ever played with them.
Yes,
Right?
that was the first time that we opened for Cultura Profética.
So we were like, oh my God, this is crazy because we played covers from there, So it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
And also that was when the Beacham started playing like actual venue, because before it was like a club only.
Taboo.
Yeah,
It's called Taboo.
it's called Taboo. So we were really excited about that because and this is a pretty big venue,
Yeah.
by the way. So and it was great. We got a lot of good feedback from the people. The band actually liked us and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was so good that we actually had the opportunity to make it twice. The second time we made it with the friends from Fusion. There you go. And the second time it was also, this has been probably one of our biggest venues, probably about, I would say more than 1,300 people came and showed up. And this was full of people, full of people. Then we had a third time where we opened for Molotov, one of our biggest, inspirations, musical inspiration, musically and socially, because we respect them and we have a lot of admiration for them. Somehow things didn't go how we planned it at the end, and we ended up kicked out. So we're supposed to be banned from this place and not able to play here anymore. I think it's kind of a crap because at the end they don't know our names.
So when did you guys realize that it was a real thing? When did you guys say like, all right, this is our thing?
Okay, so I think, for me at least, I think everybody probably has a different moment for that, right? But I think for me it's when people started to like request songs, like, oh, play this one. And we're like, oh, okay, damn, this person knows, like the songs that we have ready. Or when I start singing along to the songs, I think I started to realize, damn, like people are actually coming here because they want to see us and because they enjoy coming out and seeing us and the party and everything, because it's not just the music, it's everything else,
Yeah, for me it's kind of the same. Like I realized there was one show we did and they were like singing louder or a little bit louder than what we were doing, and I was like, whoa, it's
Yeah.
great.
This is something.
Yeah.
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 So when you guys started, would you thought you would be where you are right now?
I don't think so, because we started basically just for the fun of it. We still do it for the fun of it. We make some money out of it, but not really as a professional thing. Even though we play really amazing gigs and we have the opportunity to play with people like Calle 13, Cultura Profética, Gondwana, Quinchango, and so many others, but I didn't expect to be where we are. Well, like usually we're waiting for our friends to get here. Nobody gets on time. Since, since the beginning of the band, it has happened continuously, and it doesn't matter the order. Sometimes I'm the last one to get here. Sometimes he's the last one to get here. Sometimes he doesn't come.
Sometimes. Shit
Sometimes
happens, Shit happens.
I don't know, it's crazy, but we're just waiting for our friends to get here right now.
Yeah, a little practice.
Many times a week you guys rehearse?
We rehearse.
Really hard to say some kind of number because every time is hard just to be here on time. So I don't believe how many times. I guess when we got time, we get together and practice.
This is to the social. This basically like one of the spots where musicians want to play in Orlando, and we have had the opportunity to play here. We feel really, really proud of it and really cool about it. Well, my friend here has played more times than I have played here. What bands have you played here with?
The funny thing was, like through the years that I've been playing here in Orlando, I've been lucky enough to play in multiple like venues and stuff. One of the venues that I wanted to play and I wasn't able to was the Social for years. And then one year came around and it was like I played within, I don't know, probably 5 months, like 7 times, which I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Drums. How they do? Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, here's one of the best moments for me since I've been playing drums. We were playing one of like the hits, even though some people don't agree with that. We were playing that song, and the crowd was singing.
Oh yeah.
They were singing louder than I was able to hear him. And I remember me playing, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a really weird feeling when like you get people singing something that you make, singing it louder than you.
It's one of the best feelings.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, the social is like one of the biggest things that the bands try to get to play here. I was listening to NPR the other day, and I heard the owners and the manager talking about how many emails they get from bands trying to play here and trying to book the place. And for me, it's an honor because I didn't email no one, but chances are, and I
think we're lucky.
Amazing. It is.
I think we're lucky.
Really lucky.
Well, I guess besides being lucky, because I think we are, it's just how much effort we put into our shows.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes it doesn't go the way maybe we wanted to, but the energy we put on, bypass everything else that we can do wrong or whatever, because people like it and the energy and the feedback. So they have no other show to call us back and like, hey, we want those crazy guys to play again, So that's basically what it is. Like sometimes we don't even try. It's like we can just get a call or an email or whatever. It's like, hey, you guys want to open for whatever? And we're like, hell yeah, But I think that's the main reason why. It's just the effort that we put into our shows and the energy. It bypasses everything like negative that goes to actually get into the show and blah blah blah. But
I think you get what you give, and we're getting exactly what we give. We give people, we give good energy to each other. We do it because we love it, and that's what we get back from the people that come see us. They like it, they have fun, and the more effort we put on it, the bigger shows we get, the better response we get. So I think the future's being pretty fair to us.
So how do you guys realize, each one of you, that you wanted to be a musician, and what were your influences in music?
We can start clockwise. Let's go clockwise.
I don't know, man. For me, since I can remember, my dad, he's a musician, so I've been all my life surrounded by it. And since I was a little kid, I'll be banging on everything I can think of, like everything. So since just I can remember, I started like playing drums. And then when I moved here, I was like, this is what I want to do. And I've been blessed enough to be able to, been doing this for a little bit now. So I guess since I was a little kid.
Yeah. My beginning in music was kind of rough because I didn't start as a singer. I started playing trombone because I did a tryout for a salsa band where they told me that I couldn't sing. And somehow, I think they were right, but things change over time. So I started playing salsa and I started playing trombone as a kid. And so my influences are really wide. It's a wide variety. I have people like Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon in the salsa. where I have the Scatalites in ska and the Sorten Público. I have Bob Marley per se, and then things went changing. My dad got me the drums, and I bothered everybody in the building. I found these friends who knew that I had the drum, and then we started doing music together. And I played things like Nirvana, what everybody, like I guess a teenager plays at, and it was a lot of fun. So my influences have been growing, and they keep growing every day too. Because every day you listen to something new, and you're like, oh wow, like this sounds really good, and it's really wide. But I started about 11 years old playing trombone.
Cool. I think when I was little, I was only doing skateboarding, school skateboarding, keep breaking my feet, keep breaking bones. And my dad got me a guitar, and then I had to do stuff inside of the house. And I've been doing that, just putting a little bit more time to music than to extreme sports, because I'm a little built for those extreme sports. But I do it. But yeah, that's it.
I think for me, it would probably, because just like Coquito, my mom used to play the piano. She could like read music, but I always thought like, oh, this is like too hard for me to like learn how to do this stuff and whatever. But I think the moment I realized is when I started seeing friends of mine that did not have any musical training, and they were playing in rock bands and putting shows together, and I said, okay, if he can do it, I can do it too. So it's like, okay, I get a guitar, play with my friends, and I was in a band before I knew how to play guitar. You know, I was like,
That happened to me too.
yeah, like,
You already have the band.
yeah, we have that part taken care of. The only thing you have to do now is just learn how to play songs, you know?
Yeah.
So I would be playing and writing songs and playing for friends, like, oh, I'm playing with my band here and there. So yeah, I think I was playing music before I was a musician for sure.
To me, I guess it's totally different because I'm coming from a barrio, we call it barrio. Everybody got different music, any kind of house, and then it's a party all day. So you listen to music every day, all day, and it's actually a party. So we start playing music, like any kind of music they put it. Like every day is a different fiesta. That's it.
Because you know, like, so it's not just like, okay, we're playing a show. We're actually like doing a party in a way.
Yeah,
And, like,
we live
something
it.
like
We
that.
live it.
if people are not having fun, then why should they go back again when you play next time? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're at 57 West. It's one of like our biggest venues too. A lot of people came. We played with the Sawan. That was about 2 years ago, I could say. And we just keep in showing you our town, Orlando, around.
Here, this is an interesting venue for me. Like I said before, I have different projects. The night that I play here, I was playing with one of my projects. It's called Suva. And we play with, it was 3 bands, right? It was Suva, Elsa One, Inity. When I played with them, I was playing with Suva. I didn't know I was going to play with Elsa One on the future. And like, oh, cause yeah, this is the thing. I was playing with Inity, and then we had a percussion player, and then he took over my spot, so I can do different other projects. Like I went to do other projects, and while I was doing that, he was playing the drums for me. So I was playing with a different band that night, and when we play here, we play with those 3 bands, and now I'm playing like with all of them at the same time, which is pretty interesting. But that night I wasn't, you know. That night I wasn't like playing with Elsa One or playing with Inity. I was just playing with one band, and I didn't know that on the future I was going to play with all of them. It's pretty weird to me.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it's like, whoa.
I think this is one of probably like the fewest places where we haven't get kicked out, or we didn't get accused for stealing shit. Like, so.
Unfortunately, though, it got closed down. I don't know why. The only remains is the number is 57. It was 57 West, the name of the place. All we got is the 57. But yeah, I mean, good times, good memories around here. Oh, we also got like a 7-Eleven.
The Four Loco spot. Four Loco.
Yeah, we come from the Four Loco era when that shit was good before they took all the shit away from that. That's what we used to drink. So, you know, us being broke all the time, we were like playing, and then they didn't want to give us any drinks or anything. So we're like, okay, let's go to 7-Eleven, which is conveniently across from there.
Across the street.
We're-
There hiding behind the dumps, hiding behind the trash, and then keep singing and keep playing. Because we didn't got no money. I mean, we do this for the fun of it. We don't make hardly like a lot of money. A lot of people think we do get a lot of money out of this, but it's more about the experience and, you know, like living it. So we will be drinking across the street and playing here because I cannot afford the $8 rum and coke, which I love, huh?
Yeah, so like Nathan says, every time you see us, give us a rum and coke.
Yeah.
That's, you know, show us some love too, you
If
know.
I'm sad, rum and coke, and if you see me happy, rum and coke.
But I want to come back to what you asked, because how do we feel about having a lot of Facebook friends? We used to have more, because we opened our Facebook when it was very early, when it was like starting. And we had all these friends, all these girls doing requests, and we didn't know better. We accept them, and we're friends with them, and then realize they're like hookers and stuff like that. So we have to go back and see, you know, what do we want this Facebook for? And now we have a lot of, because we come from different cities. We'll come from Venezuela. We'll come from different cities. So we have like followers that are from like all around the world.
Yeah.
We have people. I can tell you that we have people. I don't
In
know, all
Australia.
around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Everywhere.
if we wanted to start a war, which we won,
Yeah.
we will win it.
Claro.
And I think also it talks a little bit about music being just beats and melody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're singing Spanish or singing
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
know?
and also somehow I feel like there is this energy in our shows that has brought people to come back time after time, and it's been part of what has brought more people to become friends with us in Facebook and in a personal life, because we're always partying with people.
Yeah, it's
And
like a big party.
so it's like everybody forms part of Inity. When Inity plays, it's like everybody's jamming, everybody's having fun, and it's not about the band and the people watching the band. It's more like a together thing, because you can feel the energy everywhere. I think that
It's a
has
Inity.
to do with everywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it's just jamming. We're just improvising because we don't have a very disciplined practice schedule.
Who gets lost the most? Who needs help the most when you guys rehearse?
I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get in trouble.
That's like a different.
Roman!
Everybody has like a different opinion, I guess. Like, you know, everybody like thinks different. So like, everybody
I
has
think the
its
right
own-
question is gonna be like, who's the more pussy for getting on the day to get practice? Like, I mean, we call everybody, and then like always is one guy have I don't know, more delay, right?
Yeah, because sometimes we practice like, you know, some of the people in the band will come, and some other times like the other people will come. So it's like different. We try as much because everybody like works hard on their main job, and like most of the time, you know, you don't have a say on the time that you gonna get home if you work until late, you know.
Since when you guys have been practicing?
Been here a long time too, right?
Yeah, like
Before is 50. You remember that
yeah,
story?
yeah.
Far away.
Ample.
Damn,
It
fucking
was
far
another
away.
storage unit by East 50, East Colonial Drive, and
Yeah.
So
and
now-
that story
yeah.
we start practice at 12 p.m.
yeah,
Fucking night.
yeah, we always been practicing late hours,
Yeah, I
but
remember that
we've been
story.
here, I would say like 3 years.
Yeah,
about
here
that.
we got a long time too.
So how you guys know you perfected a song and you said, all right, this is how it goes, the song.
Because you feel they coming well. Right?
Yeah, I think
You
it's a thing of
feel.
feeling like we listen
Like,
to it, and
damn,
then
now,
like
now is the
there is
point
a
I want
point,
that song.
yeah, there is a point that we break, and then we say like everybody
everybody feels it, and like I don't know, that's Inity, you know, like everybody gets it, and then like we know that's like the
Yeah.
song.
Finally, man, finally.
¿Qué dice Coquito?
¿Cómo está todo?
Allá. Quédate aquí.
Señora Coquito, ¿cómo está todo?
Señora Coquito, ¿cómo estás?
Vamos para allá.
Vamos para allá.
Mis cosas. Coño madre, parece
We're gonna show you where the magic happens.
Can I put the secret code?
So, so what's the biggest show you guys have done?
Biggest as far as like how many people?
Or
Or as far as
Or biggest as importance,
that
or
you think is
biggest.
the biggest. You can say like the
Okay.
biggest show that I've done.
Well,
CD, maybe?
we,
Yeah, we're really
we,
excited.
we happen to open up for Cultura Profética, which is a really,
That one is
Yeah.
good.
really big reggae band. And I think their biggest place to play will be Orlando, because it's a lot of Puerto Ricans, because they're from Puerto Rico. And so we got to play 2 times with them. One time was like 1,300 people that loved reggae music, that loved, you know, Hispanic made music. And the second time it was like 1,200 people, 1,400 people, and it was awesome. The audience was awesome. Everything was perfect. It felt like it was our show where we were just opening up for them.
Yeah.
The thing with that show is that we're going to play for an audience that didn't necessarily come to see Inity. They come because they're going to see obviously the bigger band, but we still like
Yeah.
had a good thing going on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got it in. I think also like on the biggest show, it could be our demo release party, because that's more about us and our friends, and everybody that came that night came to see us, and we had a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's a
coming.
good night.
And I mean, it was one of the most amazing nights, at least for me, because our thing is like we are like if we see more people, then we feel more energetic. So that has been personally, at least for me, one of our biggest show demo release party.
One of
Beacham,
our best moments, I believe, it was when they called us up to ask us if we wanted to open up for Calle 13.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
party,
yeah.
we promoted. Oh man, we sold tickets. We probably
Yeah.
sold like $3,000 worth of tickets, but we never got to play
Never.
for many reasons. But that was very
It's
exciting.
a bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
Man, I think that was the worst moment we've ever had.
Yeah.
Right
But
there.
it was like, you know, on the music that we write or the shows that we play, everything. You know,
It's Inity.
promoters are the ones that call me to set up a show. So or career kind of depends on whether I call it a good thing or not. And
Yeah.
music-wise, these 3 guys, he writes the music. He's an amazing musician. He's an amazing drummer. Percussions are amazing. So I think
And just
everybody's
make
really
trouble.
important.
Yeah, I think like it doesn't come from one person being the most influential in the band, because that's what Inity is about at the end, and we all have our part to play there. And I mean, you remove one person out of the band and it's not the same.
All right, so this one's for Nathan, the one in the middle. People tell me that you had a pretty famous band in Venezuela, and then you have studied music production.
Well, I did study music production. It was pretty good. I don't work doing that because I don't like it. Working with artists that I don't like, so I got it for the education. So I'm pretty knowledgeable once we get to a show. Like, you know, I help out the crew. And about my band being famous in Venezuela, I don't know. It was like the right time. Back then, there wasn't like all these websites and stuff, and my band happened to put up the MP3s on like venezuelamusic.com or something like that. So every show we'll go play, there's a lot of people that we didn't know that knew our songs.
This is before MySpace.
This
You have
is
to like
way-
keep
this
that
is
in
like-
mind. you
this is
know?
like
It's
1999.
It was different.
Long
And we
time
were,
ago.
my band played punk, and a lot of punk bands were only playing like Green Day songs and stuff. We were writing our stuff. So the time that big bands would come to my town, which is Valencia, Venezuela, we were like their best option. I don't think we were famous. It's just the same thing with Inity. Like a lot of support from a lot of people.
Yeah, big family.
Yeah.
So this one's for Roman. I heard you worked at a music store for a lot of years, and that you had a death metal band before. How does that influence or knowledge brings you? What do you bring forth from that to Inity?
Okay, so from the music store part, it's very similar to Nathan getting his education. It's like I learned about like the gear, you know, like about the instruments, about the quality of the instruments, about the recording stuff, the light stuff, the, you know, all that kind of stuff, like the technical part. So obviously now that I'm a musician, you know, like I can use those stuff that I learned and, you know, I don't know, maybe like make it easier. Or I also, I think from the music store I learned about tone, like what's a nice guitar tone versus a not so nice guitar tone, and that makes sense why this guitar is $5,000 and this was $300, you know. So maybe I can use that too now with the music, but yeah, it's just that kind of stuff, like the practical stuff I got from the music store that I could have gone to school for, but you know, it just happened to happen that way, you know. And with a death metal band, before, like you were talking about, well, the music is listened by people from all over the world or whatever. Like I think with the death metal band and now the reggae band, it shows the same thing, that music, it doesn't even matter what kind of music it is. It's kind of like what you do with the music, sort of. So yeah, I was playing in a death metal band, but it's also beats, it's also melodies. And then when I come to reggae, it's kind of like I don't want to say I only eat Chinese food. You know, you can love Chinese food and then also love the taste of Mexican food. It's different, but it doesn't mean that why did you switch from Chinese food to Mexican food? Because they're both good, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know.
All right, so this one is for Manuel. Your songs are romantic, social, and political.
Yeah.
Do you write with a message in head or something?
Yes, well, I believe that our songs, what we play, they have a lot to do with what we live. I mean, we come from another country. Obviously, we came as immigrants, so I write a lot about that and about other things that have to do with social issues like poverty and many. It's a wide variety of things that I could say in, but I believe that our music somehow tends to try to go to that people, like the general public, not to the high one. It can be mixed with the low one, but somewhere in between in there. And it is yeah, I believe that my music differs from other artists because, well, I don't write about the best melody and I don't have the best voice. I don't believe I have the best lyrics, but what I write is real and we live it. It's not like I'm writing about somebody else's dream or somebody else's life. I mean, we write about what we live and what we like and what we do.
You guys want to say anything to your fans? Anybody out there?
Okay.
Thanks for the support.
Follow us.
If you know us, you know we have our ups and downs, and just like this is like a relationship that we have here, and everything, you know, it's every day changes. If you see me on the low, give me a rum and coke. If you see me very happy, give me a rum and coke.
And more coke.
Yes, but
No matter what, get us your
we really want to say to our fans that we wouldn't be still doing music if it wasn't for all the people that has come to our shows and that has shown us that they live our music, and that when we see them jumping, I mean, that's our payment. Like we get paid by that. We get paid by seeing people enjoying our music, and by now they sing our songs. So that has been a really amazing thing, and we just want to thank them a lot. And
thank you.
And also, I'm as excited as anybody that likes Inity would be as excited to hear what we're gonna write next, like the kind of stuff that we're gonna be doing. Because now that we've been playing for a long time together, then I have a really good idea of what the stuff that Ronnie can do, the stuff that Coquito can do that we didn't have when we were doing the Central Park shows, you know, or the Park Central. So no matter what, the next songs that we start writing are going to be like something different, completely different, you know. So
The future.
Yeah.